Yeah, hello. It's
Yeah.
kind of time machine.
Right. I really apologize. I think there's really something going on with my station, with my news station. It's not working. And
Yeah, your
um
background is changed.
right. Yes, I transferred to another station because I had to log in quickly.
Uh,
And
you was
yes.
running to the
Yeah.
other station.
I was.
It takes only few minutes.
Yes. Right. Oh my goodness, what's happening to my station? So I forwarded the message to the IT team and well, he's trying to see what's happening or he's trying to check what's happening with the stations because even the station behind me is having some problems.
Yeah, okay, I see.
Yes. I'm so sorry, sir. But anyway, yeah, going back, you said after doing the job or after doing the coding, then you're going to have, you're going to do the next process.
Yeah, we need to verify the functions that are implemented. So because we are usually worried about the error that that would to be happened in customer side
Mm-mm.
because it's like a hospital. Like, outside it seems perfect, but
Mm-mm.
this path to the customer side it makes some problems that we can can't expect it. But
Mm.
we returned back, the symptoms would be gone. Yeah,
Ah.
that's like when we feel sick, then so we go to see doctor, then the symptom would be gone, you know,
Oh, so
because of that we have to test enough and tightly.
I see. Why does that happen, Sir Logan? So why does the function or why do functions not work? Or maybe why are there some problems when they are forwarded or when they are sent to the client? And then when they bring the when the clients bring them back or when the clients bring it back, you don't experience the problem anymore or you don't have that problem. So why does this happen?
It, in my experience, it's caused from the misunderstanding by miscommunications. So yeah, it's related to the software version management.
Mm-mm.
So so when in the process to develop software, we make we we make we make many patches to improve the performance or fix some bugs, fix some error.
Mm-hmm.
But so we frequently release that to our customer. Then our customer, even though they received the patches, but they didn't, they usually doesn't they usually don't apply to their site.
Mm.
So yeah, even though they didn't apply the patches, but
Mm-mm.
they notice to us the error was not fixed. Then we check the software version. Then usually they didn't to apply the patch to their repository.
Ah, oh my goodness. So, sir, if it's a misunderstanding in communication or if um, the client did not understand some parts of the process, how do you send that message to them, or how do you tell them to apply the program or to use the program very well, to do what they should do, something like that. So how do you teach them to use the process or the code?
Actually, this is kind of um, uh, B2B business. Uh, what is the uh, yeah, to be? So each company has the window. So some people who in charge of Windows. So if in my client's engineer found find the problem, then they ask to their PM.
Mm-mm.
That is a project manager
Mm-hmm.
to pass that to the vendor like us.
Mm-mm.
Then our PM get the issue or the requirement.
Mm-mm.
Then they pass to our engineer. It's a kind of our communication process. Or we have some system that connect to each other.
I see. And
Yeah.
how long does that take? So let's say for this job or this coding that you did, you're almost about to finish. I mean, you only have 10% to be able to finish the code. And then for the processing, let's say working on the functions and then sending it to the client and then the client sending his concerns, how long does that take?
For the implementation is it's depends on my plan. So I devises my plan to finish it uh, on by this weekend,
Mm.
and from from next week I will start the verification for 2 to 3 days
Mm-hmm.
tightly because of my feature is very critical to the system booting. If
Mm-mm.
my function is not work or have some problem, our system cannot boot, cannot start. It's very serious problem. So yeah, it's very critical. So if in my customer side it happens the error, maybe the customer system would be stopped at the time.
Oh, it would.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's kind of booting feature. As you probably mentioned, I am a secret software engineer.
mm-mm.
So I don't know you can understand this process. Every like a PC or some embed smartphone
Mm.
has their own bootloader.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, when I start turn on the computer
Mm-mm.
before boot the window, they show some logo or some strange characters on the screen.
Right.
Yeah, that's a kind of bootloader job. Is successfully that is the log message when of the successful booting.
Mm-mm.
So but my job is to protect the bootloader from the hacker or some other uh, dangerous, confident, say, secretly I have to protect the bootloader from a
Ah.
hacker or some threat from outside.
Ah.
Yeah, we have to check the integrity of the bootloader binary that the computer or smartphone use when they're booting.
Um, so the most dangerous or the most difficult problem or yeah, the worst problem that you would encounter not is when the device doesn't boot.
Yes, yes. We just call that the system become brick. It's a kind of brick, brick. Yeah,
Yeah.
we call. We just call that as a nickname or so for fun.
All right. So Sir
Yeah.
Logan, if that happens, what do you do?
We have to debug the picture or debug the system to alive to be alive. Yeah, we use that word. The system was dead, so we have
Mm.
to make it alive, be alive.
Does that take long, or do you have to do it all over again? Like, do you have to go back to square one?
Yes, yes, we have. If that happened, I have to find the root cause.
Mm-mm. Yes.
Yeah, and if the symptoms happened in my customer site,
Mm-mm.
then we try to reproduce in our site same of the same problem. Then we try to find the root cause.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes it is not reproduced in our site. That is a well, that is a problem.
Oh my.
Yeah.
So it is only exclusive in the on the client side, or it's only exclusive in a foreign country.
Yeah, exclusive.
Yeah.
Pardon.
So as you have said, it doesn't work on your side. If it works on the client side
Hmm.
and it doesn't work on your side, that means the feature
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
may only be exclusive or may only be working in the client's or on the client side. It may only be working in a foreign country. Like there might be some foreign feature,
I think I
something
never
wrong.
seen that symptom. Just in my
Mm.
site it's working, but in my customer site it's not working. It's the issue because yeah, it's
Ah.
just the sequence. If because we will verifying in our site first.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, it come from the works fine. Then we release to our customer to use that. And usually the error would be happen the customer side. But then we try to reproduce the symptom on our site, but it is sometimes not reproduced in my site. Then we sometimes we need to go to business trip there.
Oh, did that
Yeah,
happen before?
yeah, yeah, sure, sure. I did before.
Oh, and so you went on a business trip just to fix that error.
Yeah, including my error and including the other engineers' error, correct? Yeah,
Oh.
that's we some our part to dispatchers engineer to the customer site
Mm-mm.
who have to be a MacGyver. we have we have to fix every errors including my issue and other coworkers issues.
Yeah.
Yeah,
All
because
right.
we can dispatch all of our engineers to there.
Mm-mm.
So we
That's right.
choose the representative person.
Re- we choose the representative.
Yeah, representative. Yeah, representative to dispatch there.
Mm-mm.
Yes. So he had to be a Superman
Oh.
or
Mm.
had to be a avatar. you know.
Oh my. Sir, have you been that? Have you been a representative? Have you been a superman for your company?
Yes, last year I went to Germany because of similar issues. Then, yeah, as soon as I arrived there, after a
Mm.
few hours, I resolved my issues. But after that, I had to be a kind of avatar of of the engineer of who is still in the Korea. so so I have to follow his recommend, his
Oh,
command.
yes, right. You have to follow his command, right?
Yeah, so I didn't need to think, just follow what he
Ah.
commanded. Yeah, it's kind of avatar, avatar.
Exactly. Yes, it's kind of like a character in Avatar. You are controlled by a human being or you are controlled by someone else.
Yes, correct.
Right. But then how long did you stay in Germany to resolve that problem?
Mm, almost 2 weeks.
2 weeks.
Yeah.
Ah. And personally, sir, how was your stay in Germany?
Oh, it's very. Uh, it was good. It was good. It was good. Very good. Because Germany is actually nothing special than any other Europe countries.
Mm-mm. Okay.
So and we can. I can remember a week. On the weekend during the business trip, I
Mm-mm.
had free time at that weekend. So even though I was staying in Germany, but I planned to visit other Europe countries. That was Switzerland.
Ah.
Because Switzerland is my honeymoon country.
It's not?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. When I when I went to Switzerland as a honeymoon with my wife
Mm.
about 8 years ago. So I missed that. So I tried to go to Switzerland again alone.
Uh-huh. And
But it was just start of winter, uh,
mm,
some December, because the Germany that where I stay, was very with near to Switzerland and Paris.
okay.
Yeah, as you know, European countries are very nearby,
Mm-mm. That's
so
right.
they can. They, I saw it's interesting. They can go to another country by train or by car without yeah usually by airplane, but many people use train to go to another country without immigrations.
Oh, exactly.
Yeah, so if I if I take the train
Mm.
and just to if I just spend time in the train drinking beers, then the country will change it from Germany to Switzerland. So the way that I realized the change of country was the price of outside. Yeah, it
Ah.
was suddenly expensive. It was the same snack,
It-
but yeah, the snack that sell in the Germany station was
Uh-huh.
a little bit reasonable. Just
Mm-mm.
5 minutes, we crossed the how say the
Border.
border of the country. Then
Mm-mm.
is the country changes just to Switzerland. That the price on the store the store window sees you
Uh-huh.
almost to 2 or 3 times expensive than the Germany. So I
Oh.
realized, wow, here is I came Switzerland again. Yeah, but the
You yes.
atmosphere is about same because it's very near. It's
Mm-mm.
maybe Germany, German. It's Switzerland like German, or the Germany like the Switzerland. Isn't it?
How long
Yeah.
did that take, sir?
Uh, only 2 day, 1 night, 2 days, because only I planned to trip only during weekend, because next Monday I had to go to work.
Mm-mm.
So it takes
Ah.
just 4 hours by train to get Switzerland.
Oh,
But,
for
yeah, but at the city, from the city we can get Paris only 1/2 hour by train. So
ah.
the people who went to visit trip with me decided to go to Paris,
Mm-mm.
but only me is planning to go to Switzerland because of the, yeah, feel the nature of the Switzerland. So I could watch, appreciate the some falls. That is
Wow.
the, they say that is the uh, biggest falls in Europe.
Ah, how is it called, sir? Or what is it called?
This is my catalog. Rainfall. Do you know this?
Oh, ah,
Yeah, this
wow.
is a catalog I when I visit Switzerland. So, but they say that is the biggest falls in Europe. But just
Mm-mm.
to, how say, just 6 months ago, I visited Canada of Falls Niagara.
Yeah, that's right.
Yes, I think this is a very small falls. Very cute. I think so.
You realize that when you went to Canada, there's a bigger falls, or
Yeah,
Niagara is much bigger than the biggest
yeah,
waterfall in Europe.
yeah. Every day they say it's the biggest fall in the Europe, but that is very cute falls. Yeah, it's really fun.
It is. Oh, amazing. So you were able to um you were able to go on a trip while doing your job, and you did not have a hard time settling, or you did not have a hard time resolving the issue, because you already had you already had a set of commands, or you already had a set of suggestions that you can do to resolve the issue, right?
Yeah, so that's why I can finish the business trip earlier than I planned before. So
Ah,
I came my home earlier than other coworkers.
I see. So
Yeah,
you
they
did.
are hardware engineers. I'm software engineers. Yeah.
Ah, exactly. So you didn't have to go home the same time. You can just go ahead and go home first.
Yes, yes, I go on first, and they should be uh, work limited work, and
Ah, I see.
yeah,
And
I
yes,
was
so
lucky.
exactly. They should stay at work and they should finish the job before they can come home. And it's hardware, so they have to manually fix it.
Yes, correct. Yes,
Right. Oh, Sir Logan, I hope that this issue or this kind of problem would not happen for this next project of yours.
yes, yes. If I have some
Yes.
problem, maybe Germany call me to be this tree about that. So I want to go. I don't wanna go again.
Oh,
Very far
exactly.
from here. I
It
need
is.
to take the airplane over 10 hours.
That's true. It's going to be a tiring trip, and of course, um the time zone or the time difference
Yes,
is
yes.
very big.
Yeah, I I was so jet lagged for so long time.
Yeah, exactly. Yes.
Yeah, I was
So,
jet lagged. Oh, since oh my, when I because of that, I didn't to sleep in the airplane whole the 10 hours. I watched the Throne of the Game of the Throne or season one, all those episodes in the airplane without resting. So for 10
really?
hours, yes. But some first I when to get the hotel, I can sleep for sleep, but a
Mm-mm.
few hours I kept my eyes open at the time is
Hmm.
the time is when I checked the time in Korea is there was the work I go to the working time working, but in Germany it's
Ah.
just 7 a.m.
Oh my goodness, you're
Yeah,
still in Germany, you're still supposed to take a rest. You're still supposed to sleep.
yeah. So from that time I started to watching Game of Thrones next season. There. until I go until I have to go to work in Germany.
Oh
Very
my,
tired.
that's
Yeah, very
right.
tired.
Very tired. Exactly. You suffered from jet lag and you don't want to suffer from jet lag again. So,
Yes, yes, correct.
yeah. So I really hope and we are hoping that the function, the process will be successful.
Yes, I have to
Alright.
verify perfectly. Okay.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
so
that's
sir,
why. Yeah.
yes, that's right. Thank you for explaining it to me. Well, I can say that I don't know much about the technology that you're doing, and I don't know much about the job that you're doing, but you were able to explain it to me. I was able to
Mm,
understand most of the jobs and most of the functions that you're doing, and
okay.
I also enjoyed listening to your side trip when you went to Germany and
Okay.
Switzerland. So,
Okay.
alright. So, Sir Logan, we will have more to talk about, more things to talk about on Friday.
Yes. I'll see you on Friday.
Yes.
Have a nice night.
You too, sir. Have a good night. Bye.
Bye.